Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And, well, this is going to be a deep one, so pay attention and we're going to move this along. Isaiah, the third chapter, read the whole thing. But I want y'all to take a look and a gander at the traitorous and betrayal type BAWs and why they are being replaced. Okay, and now and only now, where they have shown that they are of little worth to the good Afro men. Only now. See, it isn't about the shape. It isn't about all of that. But it is the nature of how they could go have a pool party because they can always get some simps to tell them that they are worth more than they really are. Right? And the simps will do that to get a quickie. All right? But nobody is staying with them. Nobody is marrying them. All right? And so what has happened to our community is that we have been utterly destroyed by the BAW in a way that the government could not do and better than the government had ever hoped to do. All right? And we're going to illustrate the destruction, why it happened, and the fallout from this thing. All right? So, let me greet everybody real quick. Geboren hardu gudag, ola oite the main, vasas los, bonjour mes amis, kero bawani konnichiwa, ni hao ni ama, sani bonani, jambo herbaragani, assalamu alaikum, shalom, kamusta ka, kamusta pokayo, talafa lava soy fua. I put Isaiah 3 because it says, children are our oppressors, and women rule over them, the children. They, the women who rule these children, which lead the simps, they lead the simps, cause thee to error, because the simps are in error because they're not acting like men and calling out these women. They're not correcting them. All right? And destroy the ways of thy path. All right? So, when you get down to the 12th, right? So, remember that as we go through this. All right? Now, I want to remind y'all, let's get these thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, share the videos, and if you want to help with what I do in the community, because I wanted to physically do something about what I am talking about. So if you're down with helping, my PayPal me and my Cash App will be in the description box. And, have at it. But remember, as always, take care of yourself and family first before you donate to anyone. All right? But if, just in case y'all hit the lottery, all right, your brother here and could use your help. Okay? So, with that said, let's get going and let's do this. We're going to, what the problem is, the betrayal, the outcome of that betrayal, why they're going to be replaced, and the Most High is the judgment. This replacement, this winter, is judgment. It's judgment time. So let's take a look at how things are playing out. All right. So let's quickly go through this. All right, as we get started. Here is the problem, and here was the betrayal. The woman, the black woman in the United States, kicked the man out of the home. We don't need no man, they said. They taught their daughters to not want a man. And then they trained and brainwashed their sons into not wanting to be a man. And we mean a man in every sense of the word. They told their sons that manhood is toxic. Black women taught this to their sons, carried on the trope from Caucasian women. That was never a part of our history. All right, now this is the outcome from that. Pay attention.
63% of youth suicides are from single mother homes. 90% of homelessness and runaway children are from single mother homes.
You can't put that on the mother.
85% of children who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems are from single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all the youths that are in prison are from single mother homes.
Can't blame the woman then.
Well, he didn't blame guys, why is your immediate...
All right. You know how they don't want the women to be accountable for what the women should be accountable for? This is how the women are raising their children. It is, let's say, errorizing their children with the T, but they are errorizing their children to the point where children don't want to be around mothers, and once the brainwashing is over, they run away. They do anything to escape these single mothers. And then the rest of the single mothers say, you can't blame us for what we're doing to the children voluntarily. The children have no one to stand up for them. That's why I advocate for them. I don't care about dudes. I don't need police. I'm for dudes going to another country, finding a woman that won't do this kind of crap to their children. This is westernized thing. This is England, the United States, possibly Canada. This is what's happening in England, the United States, the Western-run countries. Understand this, y'all. Wake up. Understand this. All right. This is the fallout. But let's get into why it's happening. Brothers, this is how we're being destroyed. This is how we're being destroyed. We're being destroyed by other weak-minded brothers. They ain't even brothers. They're the weak-minded simps that help do the dirty work of these females. All right? These females are quick to sell us out and put forth a toxic message to our girls, the little girls. All right? And they are quick to sell us out with these messages. Lizzo had to go to the hospital because of complications from her weight, not taking care of her body. And she's been promoting this stuff so much that women decided, as you've seen in that pool party, not to take care of themselves. And then they wonder why dudes are leaving them alone and going to other countries. It's not worth our time. But there's another thing going on over here. This betrayal is not just physical. This betrayal is not just mental. This betrayal has not just taken away our finances, our ability to build. All right? They have not, it wasn't that the only thing that they showed us is that we can't build with them, we can't do anything with them, that we can't even trust them near our lives, not even in our lives. We can't trust women like these near our lives because it is a spiritual battle that most dudes aren't ready to fight. Too many dudes belong to groups, organizations, this, that, and the other, and don't know how to think independently of themselves so that they can plan for their individual needs and or family. Because they're too bogged down with groupthink to think as individuals. All right? This is why you got the children running the home. The system set it up this way so that the children will have no protection. The women they're not good protection. All right? They're not good protection. All right? They're not. But the children now oppress the moms because she can't control them because there's no leadership in the home. There is no male dominance in the home. There is no masculinity there, and so the children are missing it, and so they're going to act out on what they're missing. And all those negative things that's happening to them is part of the things that's going on. All right? And if you read this, okay? If you read this, let's go to 3. No, let's go to the whole thing. And I shall make the youth their head, and the children shall rule over them. And so how are the children ruling over the house? Like the women was calling 911 on the fathers and getting them out of the house, the children are now using this same tact against the mothers. They're calling CPS saying, I want to move. I want to get out of here because my mom ain't nothing but a piece of crap. That she ain't SH. All right? And the people shall exert pressure, man on his neighbor, and the young shall rise up against the elder, and the lightly esteemed against the highly esteemed. And that's what's going on now, especially in our families, to where we got dudes that's acting like they're going to help you out and help out the children, and in the meantime, no, they want to rob from you. All right? Now, in the background, you see the model of the BAW. It's the Caucasian woman. All right, they're trying to follow her, and the Caucasian woman is coming after their man. But see, they forgot that we Afro men don't belong to anyone. You follow us. You're supposed to follow us. We don't need to follow you. As a matter of fact, we're out of order if we follow a woman, because the only thing she could lead us to is trouble. Right? The look on their faces witness against them and declare their sin as Satan. They do not hide it. Woe to their being, for they have brought evil upon themselves. And this is the thing that I'm talking about. This is the thing that I'm talking about. This is the problem. The black women have brought evil upon themselves. They have chosen evil men, and now all of it is coming to light. The rocks are crying out and said, no, they chose these thugs. No, look at the men. They're primarily single and or married to the tune of 84 to 86%. And so these women are knowingly and willfully choosing felons, drug dealers, and all of that. Why? Because they think they can control them. All right? Say to the righteous, it is well, for they eat the fruit of their doings. Woe to the wrong, evil, for the reward of his hand is done him. My people exert pressure over them. Women rule over them. O my people, your leaders lead you astray and swallow the way of your path. And y'all can go look at Isaiah 9 and 16. So what are they saying? We have been thoroughly betrayed by these women, right? And this is why we came up with Save Yourselves, Black Men. For those still calling themselves black, right? SYSBM. All right, because a lot of these dudes start worshiping these women because of their body. They deified them, and now these women utterly destroy. And like the women did when it was pointed out to them, all the stuff that they were doing against children. The result of them raising the children alone. They said, well, you can't blame the woman. Who the hell is raising the children? It's you. It's the women. When you look at the women, the children that are being raised by the single fathers, they are doing well as a percentage. All right, and so this is what I mean. You choose a percentage. The percentage of children that are in dire straits as a result of being raised by the single mother, then the percentage of children that are in that same predicament raised by the single dad. But the children being raised by the single dad, is doing way better percentage-wise because the numbers are different, right? But so the percentage-wise, the children are way better off with the dad. The courts know this. Everybody knows this. The CDC knows this. And I had the studies. I posted them up in a bunch of other videos, right? And so the studies are out there, right? And so it's bad that you have to remind men that the black woman ain't God. Really, this is a sad state of affairs. All right, but you have to remind them because you can't stand up to these women. There is no protection for the children. All right, Ezekiel, and the word of Jehovah came to me saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel, who prophesy and say to those who prophesy out of their own hearts, hear the word of Jehovah. I want y'all to understand this. We are supposed to judge these women, right? Thus said Master Jehovah, woe to the foolish prophets who are following their own spirits without having the vision. O Israel, your prophets have been like foxes amongst ruins. That's these preachers, these jack-leg preachers, as they say. All right, y'all better pay attention. That's these so-called jack-leg preachers. All right? Have you not seen false visions, or have you not spoken divination of lies? You say, Jehovah declares, when I have not spoken. Therefore, thus said Master Jehovah, because you have spoken falsehood and lies, therefore see, I am against you, declare Master Jehovah. And that's why these preachers are trying to come clean, because he's against them. All right? These women are involved in divination. They're bringing evil spirits amongst the community and amongst the land. That's why we need to get away from these BAWs, right? My hand shall be against the prophets who see falsehoods and who divine lies. They say, they shall not be in the council of my people, nor be written in the record of the house of Israel, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Master Jehovah. Now, Israel is not a place, but it's a state of being. It's the land of peace. They shall not enter into the house of peace. When it's all said and done, that's why there will be a new Jerusalem, the land. It's supposed to be the land of peace, right? Because, yes, they have led my people astray, saying, peace when there is no peace. So we're not supposed to be running around trying to get along with everybody. We're not supposed to be running around saying, oh, can't there be peace? No, there can't be peace because there isn't peace. We could look around and see we're at war. This is a spiritual war, but it's also going to turn into a physical. This is not a land of peace. We're not in a land of peace. We're in a land of murder, lies, theft, and deceit. When you need a law dictionary to understand what the truth is, then you know you're in a wicked place. Building a wall, see, they are coating it with whitewash. Funny they use that term. The prophets of Israel who are prophesying concerning Jerusalem and who are seeing visions for peace for her, when there is no peace, declare Master Jehovah. And you, son of man, set your face against the daughters of your people who are prophesying out of their own hearts, and prophesies against them. These are all these divinations and these tarot readers, right? We're supposed to be speaking against them. And you shall say, this is what the Master Jehovah said, woe to the woman sewing cushions for all the joints of the hand, and those making veils for the heads of the people of every size who hunt the beings of my people, while you keep alive your own beings. You have profaned me among my people for handfuls of barley, for pieces of bread, and put to death beings that should not die, children, abortion, and keeping live beings that should not live, the thugs, the drug dealers. By your lying to my people who listen to lies. Oh, it's getting deep. Ezekiel 13:20. Therefore, thus say Master Yahweh, I am against your cushions by which you hunt the beings there like birds, and I shall tear them from your arm and shall let the being go, and the beings you hunt like birds. The beings you hunt like birds, right? And I shall tear off your veils and shall deliver my people out of your hands, and they shall no longer be as prey in your hands, and you shall know that I am Jehovah. This is what's happening to black women. I want y'all to understand this is what's happening to black women. The men who have been captivated by the beauty, the men who have been captivated by the booty, all right, are starting to truly see the women for who they are, the toxicity in which they brought to men, how they leveled the esteem of the men, how they crushed the souls of the sons. It's over now. And dudes are jetting. They're going anywhere to be with anyone but the black American woman. Right? And it's a spiritual thing that the Most High is doing to them. He is waking up the men who want to be righteous and want to do better. And they're saying, we're leaving. And as more of them leave, the simps are crying out because they was too weak to speak against them. And the dudes that were strong enough to speak against them, all right, we see it for what it is, and we're jetting. Because with falsehood you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and you have strengthened the hands of the wrong, so that he does not turn from his evil ways, to keep him alive. And this is how they bought into the government. They strengthened the hands of the government, a party, the Democrat Party. All right, the black women who decided to be conservative, they were only that way because they strengthened the hands of the Caucasian men who were against the Afro men in that party. Therefore, you shall no longer see false visions or practice divination. There it is, divination, these tarot readers, you see them all over TikTok, right? These women that's getting involved in witchcraft and practices. I shall deliver my people out of your hands, and you shall know that I am Jehovah. This is why the men are leaving. Some of them see the handwriting on the wall, and the weak men, the simps, they don't know what to do, and so they act as attack dogs for these women. All right, but they're being ignored by the dudes with passports who are getting ghosts, who's going to Colombia, Brazil, anywhere but around these women. The only thing left for the BAW, yep, you guessed it, is the wall. That's the only thing left for them. Welcome to the wall. And here's the thing. I keep saying it's a no deep policing zone. But it isn't going to matter anymore, because as judgment comes down, the first thing the Most High is going to do is shut that wicked mouth that has been spewing lies and deceit about the good Afro men. And the simps that joined them, they are going to take part in the punishment that the BAW is getting. And still, this is a no depolicing zone. With that said, I'm out.